Hello, welcome back to Any Garage. I'm currently going to pull out in the Xantia. I've decided to drive it for a couple of 100 meters to see if everything's fine, and it's doing fine except for one plastic that I forgot to bolt down, and it's now sliding on the ground actually, but the car otherwise it's pretty much fine. It's running good, holding revs, and yeah, everything's fine. So we'll put it up for sale today and I'll see you in the garage. So how do I even start this? From the last clip to here is like 500 meters or so of driving. And do you remember about that plastic that I told you about? Well, in the middle of the drive, it just started rubbing and rubbing more on the actual road and concrete, and it decided to loosen itself and fall off in the middle of the road. And guess who was there? The police. They just drove by me, and they started stopping, or rather braking. I saw them brake. And naturally, the stupid me decided to drop a gear and park the car next to the garage and just get out and go in the garage and close the door like no one was even driving the car. So the police actually just drove by the garage. Oh no, I did not close the door. I was not that smart in the moment. The door was actually open, and I looked the police officers straight in the eye as they drove by, and it was a very weird eye contact because I still had the working orange gloves on that I used when I was driving. So hopefully nothing comes out of this. I just sped up and left. Stupid mistake, never run from the police. They didn't turn their lights on or anything. They just drove behind me and straight up in here, and they turned around as soon as they could. I just drove very fast, and I parked so fast that, and nice, by the way, that when they came behind me, I was already in the garage with taking my gloves off. And yeah, it was a very interesting moment, but the next thing now is I actually just put up the car for sale on a website, and I'm waiting for someone to call to buy it. It's gonna be really cheap. Nothing was really done professionally or good. I actually just put Bondo on the hood. It didn't come out great, but you know, it's better than a hole in the hood, and painted it. And yeah, I ran from the police. Clickbait title. It's actually not clickbait, but yeah, it happened. Happens to the best of us. But the car is currently not even registered. It's on plates that are just temporary. They expired like 2 to 3 months ago, and the whole situation could have been really bad, but it actually didn't come out as bad as I thought it would. And I'm very grateful for that. Currently the garage is empty, and I went out today to look at the new project that I might be taking. It's right-hand drive, and I'm not from England, and this is really rare in our country for a car to be right-hand drive, since we drive on the correct side of the road. Yeah, the car is really cheap. It's a British car, and I really hope this thing comes through, because papers from Britain to here where I live it's complicated, because you just can't register a car here with a lot of paperwork, even though the car is really cheap, like dirt cheap. So where did I leave it? Yeah, the paperwork. Yeah, it's hard to register here. You have to just file out a lot of paperwork. And yeah, I'll be lonely here in the garage now. There's no project to work on currently. I just want to sell that car as quickly as I can because I want new projects and just keep working on new cars. Get all the knowledge I can myself, and YouTube, of course. It helps a lot. All the other YouTubers making tutorials and stuff, it just really helps with building cars and doing everything on your own, because you know shops are expensive and they're getting more and more expensive with the rising prices of parts and metal in general. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff left here from the Citroen, and I hope the guy who buys it, I don't care what he does with the car, he can just take it. I don't really care about it. It's not a German car, so I really love German cars. My Golf is my baby, and I will keep it forever, hopefully. At least until the next big thing comes and I can afford it. So yeah, I don't know what else to talk about here, except I got chased by the freaking police. I can show you the car. It's parked right now. And yeah, this is where it will sit until it gets sold. It's right there. So yeah, the crazy story of me being chased by the police, yeah, it was quite an experience, and my first one, so I was kind of scared and shaking. I'm still a little bit frightened, but thankfully nothing came out of that. I'm so glad nothing happened that could, you know, I could lose my license because of that, because the law here is you're a quote-unquote young driver for 2 years after you pass your license. I mean, get your license, and then you have to be basically a good boy for 2 years, and you can't do anything wrong, otherwise they take your license and you're not allowed to drive anymore. So yeah, that would be really bad for me and for the channel, and yeah, in general, that would just suck. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, my little story time here. Stuff happens, glad it turned out the way it did. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully with a new car or working on my car. I need to polish it and do some random stuff to it, just no big deal. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video of my crazy little story time, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.